So when you're multiplying fractions, a really simple technique that will help you multiply these problems a little more easily is to use the cross-canceling method. So here's how you do it. The first thing that you want to do is if you have any whole numbers or mixed numbers, you want to change them to improper fractions. So I'm going to change 30 into 30 over 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the numbers that are diagonal from each other. So 30 and 9 are diagonal from each other, and I'm going to ask myself if they have any common factors. 9 and 30 have a common factor of 3. So I'm going to divide both of those numbers by 3. So 30 divided by 3 is 10, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now I'm going to look at the other diagonal. And 1 and 7 do not have any common factors other than 1. So that's not going to help us. So now at this point, all we have to do is multiply straight across. And we can change this into a mixed number if necessary. So 3 goes into 7 twice with 10 left over. 3 goes into 10 3 times with 1 left over. And there's a negative times a positive. When the signs are different, then the answer would be negative. Okay, so I did a lot of rewriting when I showed you that because I wanted you to really see the problem that we were doing, but now I'm going to show you a simpler way of writing it. So I'm going to do the same thing on this problem. I'm going to take 16 and I'm just going to change it into an improper fraction, 16 over 1. And now I'm going to look at 4 and 16, and I know that they have a common factor of 4. So I'm going to cross out the 4. 4 goes into 4 once, and 4 goes into 16 4 times. I'm going to look at 3 and 1, and so their only common factor is 1, which doesn't help me, so I'm going to leave that the same. And now over here, I can see 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 times 1 is 1. And the signs are different, so the answer is negative, and I can simplify that to be negative 12. So now if I didn't use this method, I'm going to show you what would have happened. This is another way to do it, but this is a little harder because the numbers are a lot bigger. So I could do 3 times 16, which is 48. And 4 times 1, which is 4, and then I would have to do this division in my head, 48 divided by 4, which is still 12, and it's still negative. But using numbers that are smaller, cross-canceling so the numbers are smaller, helps us to do the problem much more easily and also helps us to avoid making mistakes. So this is a method called cross-canceling, and it's a method that I strongly suggest you use.